when you go and you look at, my website as an example, you can see that I integrate a lot of social proof into what I do, right? So here you can see all these logos for companies and founders I've helped. You can see the different testimonials on the website. And same thing at the bottom here. You can see what experts are saying there. And then there's more testimonials and more testimonials. Okay. So the mindset here behind this, okay, is this idea that people don't buy what you sell. They buy what others want to buy. Okay. And when I oftentimes survey folks post-purchase across the range of products I offer, across the range of businesses I have or have built, you'll see around 60% of people say that they converted largely in part because of what others were saying around the product or the brand. Okay. Because you can sell your thing as much as you want to sell it, but oftentimes through a testimonial or a case study, people see themselves in that person, right? And they're like, oh, damn, like I'm like that agency owner. And if that agency owner is saying Matt's legit, then Matt must be legit, right? So they'll trust obviously what others say about you almost more than what you say about you, which makes sense. I'm sure we can all go and monitor our last Amazon purchase. And if we actually studied our behavior in the moment, we looked at the book, we looked at the star reviews, we read a little bit about it, then we scrolled all the way bottom of the page, looked at some of the reviews that were said about it and go, okay, sounds pretty good. Cool. We'll do this thing. And then you click purchase, right? So there are a few forms of social proof that I can just briefly cover. Okay. The first form of social proof is things like logos, right? So I remember when I was first starting my business, BitMaker, when I was 20, a big thing there was that we were training junior software engineers and getting them jobs at tech companies across Canada. So one thing I was doing was like hunting logos, right? If I could go and get companies to agree to hire folks from BitMaker, it would be more proof to folks that were considering going through our training program that, hey, when I go through this, I have the opportunity, not the guarantee, but the opportunity to potentially get a job at one of these awesome tech companies like Shopify, Facebook, IBM, etc. So I was in charge of going and getting these different hiring partners, getting these logos. And we found that the more logos we had of reputable tech companies, the more proof we had and the easier it was to sell folks into this training program for junior software engineers. So that is one form. And you can see that I'm still, even using this general strategy today with FounderOS, and we do the same thing with Herb. And you see this across, I'm sure, a lot of the brands that you've gone to is logos. So that's one thing. The second thing are case studies, right? So case studies would be just kind of like longer form overviews of how you help people. Examples here, say for FounderOS Plus even, would be, we'll sometimes do like a actual write-up of a founder. So this is someone named Mark that we had helped. And, we do kind of a whole write-up on his business and essentially like all the things that we did to help it, the methodology that we took, all the details of what we did, and the general results they were able to get from working with us inside of FounderOS Plus. Okay. And then, we have another one from Tarun here and others, right? So these are like longer write-ups that go over kind of the background, the challenge that this person had, the objective, the methodology, and then the key kind of takeaways. Okay. So case studies, typically I'm kind of, you see a success story that you have from a person you've worked with, you do a bit of a write-up, you get their permission to be able to kind of share it. And once you have their permission in writing, you're then able to kind of use that as like a form of like marketing and sales collateral. Now, the third thing that I think is most relevant to all of you, which I want to focus more of our time on here, are testimonials. Okay. So testimonials, like these sort of testimonials. Now, there's a tool that I use for this. Some of you may be already aware of it. It's called testimonial.to. Okay. Now, using testimonial.to, you're able to go and create your own page just like this one here. Okay. You can customize it with your logo, with your brand. You can even customize the questions here and whether you want them to be able to record a video or text or both. Okay. I generally choose both. So you have everything in there. I'll send this to you guys just so you kind of can check out this page that I have, right? And you can copy it. And now you have an intake form essentially to accept testimonials. Now, when you're in testimonial.to, and I have no affiliation with this company, just to be clear, you can go and you can, see all of the testimonials that people are submitting inside of here. And you can go and put a heart here. And when you do that, it adds it to what's called a wall of love. Now, the wall of love is this, right? It's like this wall of all of these testimonials of folks that you have served that have left a testimonial inside of testimonial.to. And you can simply heart them and they're added to this page, which the software essentially easily curates for you. So it allows you to kind of have this piece of kind of marketing and sales collateral as well. That is just like overwhelming proof that what you're doing is legit. Okay. So very, 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 very worthwhile. And something that really, it's always a good time to get started on this. In all of my companies, we make this kind of like testimonial gathering, like a real kind of part of our monthly cadence, aiming to get generally around 15 to 20 per month from the given product. As like there's constantly good things happening. And it's just a good practice to keep these up to date, keep them fresh so that it doesn't get kind of stale. Okay. So I'll give you a quick run through here. Here you can see there's like, all the testimonials here. I can go to this wall of love area and I can choose the kind of like, way I want it displayed. And you can also then go and embed this on your website, right? So that's where you see this, right? When I go and heart those different ones inside of testimonial.to, it will add that testimonial to my website. And for those of you that are like, oh, well, on the tech side, Matt, how do I do that? Well, good news is they give you a whole overview of how to do it. If you just click here, they have an embed guide and you can go and just read the embed guide and embed it under your given website. My website that I just showed you, this one, is built in Webflow for those that may be curious. But when I was first starting my businesses, I used Kajabi. And testimonial.to will work on any of these kind of websites. It's just a little code snippet you embed on your website. So super simple, super great tool to use that allows you to start capturing testimonials, getting proof, and using that proof to help sell your product, your brand, and show people that it's legit. Now, when it comes to collecting testimonials, the general way I like to think about it is that it's almost like a trigger, okay? And like a psychological trigger. What I mean is this, okay? If you've gone, let's say you have a school community, right? And someone says something really great about your brand there and they've had an awesome experience. If you can go and politely ask them like, hey, I saw you left something really great there. It would mean a lot to me in the mission of the company if you could go and leave a quick little blurb here, if you feel comfortable at this link. You send them the testimonial link. And, oftentimes people are like, yeah, no problem. Would love to support you in the community. Like, happy to leave a quick testimonial. Okay. Sometimes like people don't leave them and that's okay too. Like people can do what they want, right? Asking for a testimonial, let's just say it has a 60% conversion rate. So if you're looking for 6 testimonials on your website, don't ask 6 people, ask 10 people, right? Because not everyone's going to leave it, and that's okay. The cool thing too about testimonial.to, you don't generally need this because all of us do good shit here, but it's a nice to have, is again, you can heart the ones you want to post. So if someone goes on video and I don't know, their lighting's really shit and their mic is fucked up, right? You don't need to put that on your website and make it look whack because yeah, they left the testimonial, but it was really bad, right? The cool thing is you can kind of curate the testimonials that you put up there and it gives you that optionality. So that's why I really like it as a software. It's easy to use. It's user friendly. You can curate the testimonials on your website. I've tried a bunch of different tools and this is just one I like. And given how important I think it is that you guys have social proof, I wanted to share this tool that I actually use. So this is as easy as possible for you guys to get going with. Having a great offer is really important. Having an easy to use like purchase flow and user experience is important. And I think like this social proof aspect and making sure that you get testimonials sometimes doesn't get enough awareness from folks. It's kind of an afterthought. And I think this is just a friendly reminder for many of you to prioritize this as like a monthly cadence. Now, for those of you that are like, damn, man, I don't even have an offer yet. Yeah, don't worry about this yet. Get your offer going, right? For those of you that are scaling up your offer and you're like, oh, I don't even know where to get proof. It's like, have you helped anyone for free over the last couple of years that you could maybe ask if they would be willing to give you a testimonial on your experience with them? Cool. You have no one you've ever helped? Cool. Go book some calls with people, even for free. Help them for free in exchange for a testimonial, right? And then for those of you that are constantly doing good work and, getting paid for it, integrate this into a part of your process, right? Because what you want to have is like have 5-scrolled testimonial wall, right, on almost all of your purchase pages where it's just undeniable that you know what you're doing. And I think as you get more of that proof on a conversion side of things, you'll see a massive lift. And one thing, I don't think I've ever said this to you guys, but even, at Founder OS in our Slack, we have like a founder wins channel, right? And I can tell you that in terms of our culture, like nothing gets our team more jazzed up than seeing like an awesome like testimonial or quote or message or whatever from a founder on any of our stuff, Founder OS, Founder OS Plus, whatever, right? That we've like impacted their business or we've helped them grow their audience or change their life. That's why we all show up every day, right? So beyond just, testimonials for social proof, right? It's just also, I think, an amazing thing to kind of rally the culture around, because inevitably, I think a lot of our businesses, I know mine, are like, founder first, right? And so being able to actually see the lives that we're impacting and the team getting jazzed up because we're seeing different wins happening across the board. Again, that's why we show up. That's why we all wake up every day.